Everybody, welcome back to the Plat. I had planned to do a live reaction to this. However, when I woke up at 4 a.m., it was canceled, and I hear there was an earthquake, so I'm not like mad or anything like that. But when they re-announced the new one, I guess I miscalculated the time difference, so it's already live. So this is going to be a recording. We're going to jump to YouTube, but really quick, if all you care about are codes, there is a compensation code here. I believe that's 100 whatever's, Stellar Jade. And then there are, I don't know, this person says he didn't laugh, but there are these 4 codes. Not sure if that's the case, but without further ado, we are going to watch the YouTube video, live react to it. Not live for me, and then we'll talk about it. It's a half hour. If it gets very boring, we will skip.
Intel from an anonymous source. A mysterious Stellaron burst has occurred aboard the Ciencio La Fu. Today,
we knew that.
We have with us in the studio the La Fu Skyfaring Hell Master Madame Yukong, as well as Mr. La Cha.
I believe Yukong is a 4-star that's going to be added in a banner, but they're not going to the general pool, is my understanding. That could be incorrect. That's what I heard.
The Stellaron crisis has been brought under control. We've evacuated affected areas, and life has returned to normal in the safe zone.
Can I say how cool it is to have like this faux interview with like these characters? They had the voice actors come back to do like this. This is really cool so far. Like, this is a cool idea.
Mr. Lacha, I hear you experienced the crisis firsthand. What was it like on the ground?
Well, I was trapped in the Law Fu's Cloudford Harbor at first. It was only thanks to the Cloud Knights and a fortuitous encounter with kindly strangers that I was able to escape.
This is the Abundance guy, right? The guy with the casket?
I knew you guys had everything under control.
I should mention that over the course of this crisis, we've witnessed a lot of suspicious activity. We believe the infamous Stellaron hunters are responsible. We now have 2 suspects in our custody, Blade and Kafka.
No, you don't.
Their accomplice is still on the loose.
You're
So
talking about that.
this seems to be not caught up with the story 100%. This seems to be like 80% of the story, but like only halfway through the boat planet. I can't remember what it's called. Because like we know Blade and Kafka escaped. Maybe she's just lying to put on a front for like this presentation. But we know that they weren't any part of it. They weren't part behind the Stellaron burst. We've already figured that out.
Hacker girl, right? Silverwolf? I heard she infiltrated the Shinjo systems. They say she leaves behind a calling card.
Like this one?
Exactly. Just like...
Silver Wolf. I love hacking, especially when it's fake anime hacking where it doesn't make any sense.
All right, let's get going. We have to move quickly.
Okay, so Silver Wolf has got to be next. I was really hoping for Blade, but I think it's okay to take a break and get some Silver Wolf.
You can challenge the space station, but challenge me? Good luck.
No offense, Herta, but you kind of are like the worst character in all aspects. You're unlikable and you're terribly weak. I'm sure she gets a secondary character. That's the guy on that light cone.
Our exhibit was stolen.
Oh, baby.
Let me take a look. So these are the suspects.
That is Mr. Abundance. He has like the thing on his hand. But I'm sure he's not like evil. It is kind of interesting that all these characters that they're adding or whatever have already been in the game in a sense. Like he fought alongside us. We already fought with Silver Wolf in the tutorial. Oh shit, I thought he wasn't really going to come back into the story. I'm actually really excited. Redemption code 1, 100 Stellar Jade. I will do this later. Redemptions are limited. Not limited in number, but limited in time. They expire on the 28th. Oh, it's literally only 2 days, so yeah. Are these the next 2 characters being added? I don't know if I need another healer. Maybe I'll pass on him. And it depends on how insane he is, but Silver Wolf is probably too cool to pass up. I mean, I guess it depends on what she does, but I know her ultimate is Tetris. And I know we've seen her in the game before, but I just don't remember, you know. I didn't really understand the game at that point. And I don't know if you can go look at her details of her talent and stuff, and who knows if she was in her final form. All right, we understand. Thank you. Calm down, kitty.
And whether or not your world has a day-night cycle, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. As always, it's your
Silver Wolf, welcome.
Good buddy Albert. Welcome to the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 Galactic Roaming Special Program.
I am ready for some content, baby.
We've invited 3 special guests to be with us on the program. Introducing...
Hi guys, my name's Melissa Fun, and I voice Silverwolf.
Hey folks, my name's Craig Lee Thomas, and I voice La Cha.
Hi everyone, I'm Dawn M. Bennett, and I voice Yukong.
Pleasure to have
Interesting.
you.
So it is the
And now,
4th wall
without further
kind of break.
ado, let's get straight into Honkai Star Rail version 1.1. What's new, Craig?
Well, judging from the trailer we just saw, it looks like all 3 areas got some updates. Herta Space Station, Bellabog, and the Xianzhou Lafu.
Thank
I
you.
don't know if you noticed, but Silverwolf got the first bit of screen time. Just saying.
Speaking of Silverwolf, I hear our
I love that Owl's voice actor.
planning another visit to Genius Society territory soon. Let's take a close look at this little troublemaker.
Yeah.
All right. That's her ultimate, right? Where she like plays Mega Tetris. It's a very cool visual.
If I'm not mistaken,
Quantum.
first time
Another Quantum. So yeah, but I don't have many of these characters. Nialty.
we saw this mysterious girl was back at the start of the story.
That's right. It's hard to keep an air of mystery when you're the first one on the scene, but...
I think she couldn't have timed it better.
I think you couldn't have timed that better.
So, what role does Silverwolf have within the Stellaron Hunters?
Let me guess. Hacker.
She's a super hacker, essentially. Lots of technical know-how. If you've got a hack, she's got your back.
I like just like,
Kind of scary how
oh,
good
look
she
at the
is.
cool
Hacking
Dragon
the
Quest.
surveillance system on Herta Space Station? Not easy.
Maybe this is like
That's
Metal
why
Gear
she can't
Solid,
control her.
Dragon Quest,
Let's
like
not forget the Xianzhou. She hacked
Resident
all
Evil,
those systems and guided the Astral Express crew onto the ship.
other stuff.
You
I'm just
guys
guessing.
know that this is all pretty illegal, right?
Yeah. I guess what we're trying to say is Silverwolf is capable of breaking through any and all defense systems.
Isn't it kind of weird that like when they're playing their characters, they're reading the script, right? They're playing Silverwolf, she's reading a script that Silverwolf reads. But in this, she's playing herself. That's not Silverwolf. It's like, hi, I'm the voice actor of Silverwolf, but this whole thing is still scripted. So she's a scripted version of herself, which is separate from the scripted. I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing, but obviously it's scripted, right? In a sense that this is probably the exact same thing that happens in all the languages, right? And so they wrote one script and all the voice actors and everything are acting it out, but still, it's just a.
Useful to the Stellaron Hunters.
I see.
It's weird to
Second question.
speak about your character in just
Oh, I've been meaning to ask
way like that.
too. A console here, controller buttons there. It's a vibe.
Well, this probably won't come as a surprise to anyone, but she's a gamer. In fact, she sees the universe as a game in itself, and she's playing to win. She actually uses a lot of gamer slang in conversation.
That's so
Not everyone
negative.
picks up on it, though.
Got it. So it's fair to say she's kind of a nerd?
You could say that. She's also not great at socializing.
Mm.
Really? Huh. She always struck me as pretty outgoing.
I guess she does have a lot of friends.
Hold up a second. She's an outgoing nerd with poor social skills and a lot of friends. That's quite the combo.
Well, if you struggle to make friends, why not create your own?
Melissa, you're talking about imaginary friends, right? I'm not sure that counts.
Oh. Okay, let me explain. I'm talking about the AI modules in her weapons. See these little guys on her character artwork? That's friend. There's devil. This one over here is white collar. Oh, and this one's servant.
Oh, they're so cute.
Mini versions
Yeah,
of
they're
herself.
pretty adorable.
Wonder if it
When
has to do with her
Silver Wolf
talent.
talks about her team of professionals, she's talking about these guys.
Hold on a second. Since when did AI become so adorable? Clearly, we're making it real easy for the machines to take over. It's thanks to Silver Wolf's hacking skills that she's been able to forge such a fearsome reputation at such a young age. Let's take a look at it.
I bet. How into the detail into the hacking do you think we get? Probably not at all.
Following the path of nihility. She
Nihility. I always thought it was nihility. Nihility. Got it.
different debuffs to enemies to improve her allies' combat superiority. In particular, her skill can inflict a weakness on enemies.
That's cool.
The weakness she inflicts matches a random ally's attack type.
Which is to say that even if nobody on her team has an attack type which matches an enemy's weakness, Silver Wolf can create a weakness that will correspond to an ally's existing strength.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
That's
In addition,
really cool.
Every one of Silver Wolf's attacks has a chance of inflicting the enemy with a random bug. There are 3 kinds of bugs, which reduce the enemy's attack, defense, and speed, respectively.
Those are all good.
And outside of combat, Silver Wolf can use her technique to attack an enemy and enter battle. Regardless of enemy weakness, she deals damage to all enemies and reduces their toughness.
If Silver
That's
Wolf
really cool,
breaks an
actually.
enemy's weakness with her technique, it triggers the quantum weakness break effect, right?
Of course.
Yes, that's right. What else was I
She is quantum.
her ultimate. Silver Wolf's ultimate has a high chance of reducing the enemy's defense in addition to dealing damage.
I love that animation. It's like something out of a rhythm game, right? See, I'm starting to see what.
And I assume we could do the bug thing as well.
It doesn't stop there either. Did I mention her ability names? There's System Warning, Allow Changes, Awaiting System Response, Force Quit Program. Oh, you get the picture.
Yeah. Oh, was there one called a 10-set guarantee? Or how about Single Warp Miracle?
Sadly not. Her ultimate's called User Banned, though.
Her ultimate doesn't seem that good based off what I've been described to right now. Her skill sounds insane, though.
It's time to move on to the Cienjo's mysterious visitor. Lacha, the traveling merchant.
So probably Silver Wolf comes up first, and then he's the second banner. I am interested to know what makes him a good healer. Other than he just being cool, you know. Taking life force.
Off the bat, man knows how to dress. Elegant look, gentlemanly demeanor, but they say he's hiding a secret.
Could it be the giant ass coffin?
Good guy or villain?
He seems very suspicious.
Really? How so?
Well, imagine some guy waltzes into your hometown dressed like an aristocrat from another planet, but he knows all the local customs. You'd be a little taken aback, right?
Hey, I think you're being a little hard on the guy. Some tourists do their research.
Well, don't you think his healing abilities are a little mysterious? They came in pretty handy during the Stellaron crisis.
Yeah,
Abundance.
I mean, if I'm a traveler merchant, I'm gonna want some first aid skills under my belt. Exactly. It's a dangerous career.
Career, huh? Are you sure that's how he makes a living? We haven't seen him trade a single thing.
Another
I feel like
imaginary.
this guy already made his
Isn't
fortune.
Yukong also
Maybe
imaginary? She's the
traveling
4-star
merchant is
imaginary?
Just what super rich tourists like to tell people.
Jeez, you guys have an answer for everything. Is this the Lacha fan club or something?
Yes.
Let's start one.
Yeah.
Well, what about the coven he carries around with him? Nothing out of the ordinary there, right?
Nope. Yeah, you got me there.
Yeah, that's suspicious.
I'm not so sure. Everyone needs a conversation starter, right? Especially traveling merchants. Think
I do
about
like that
it. If you
angle.
walk past this guy, the coffin's gonna draw your attention, right? You'll probably ask him about it, and before you know it, he sold you a new set of shower curtain rings.
You know something? That kind of makes sense.
No, it does not. Shut up.
I see.
And if you find people are in need of a few shower curtain rings, I happened upon the finest collection of authentic Xianzhou bathroomware. Beautiful stuff. Low prices, too.
Touching the original question here. Is La Cha a good guy or villain?
I don't think we have enough information.
All right.
He's probably a good guy.
Guess all you trailblazers are
Probably a
thinking
red
your own
herring, right?
minds. So why don't we take a look at his ability?
Ooh, now we're talking. Lao Cha is an imaginary type character following the path of abundance. For a man with medical knowledge, it's not
Abundance.
surprising that he's strong on protection. He can offer healing too and dispel debuffs from his allies.
Ooh,
For example,
that's really
Lao Cha's
good.
skill can restore an ally's HP.
Whoa, okay.
When the HP of any ally falls below a certain percentage, Lao Cha uses his skill on them without consuming any skill points.
What the
This
fuck?
effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Set number of turns, okay.
Emergency healing, huh? Important for team survival.
That is really cool, actually.
After unlocking a special trace, using Lao Cha's skill also dispels a debuff from an ally.
Man,
Using Lao Cha's ultimate, Death Wish, dispels one buff from and deals imaginary damage to all enemies.
In other words, if you've got an enemy that's always buffing themselves or debuffing your allies, La Cha has an important role to play.
Precisely.
that is
Here's
pretty
something
cool
else.
to have a healer with an
Every time Lao
offensive
Cha uses his skill or
ultimate.
he grants himself one stack of Abyss Flower. Now, when the Abyss Flower reaches a certain number of stacks, Lao Cha deploys a field against the enemy, which lasts for a set number of turns. When the field is active, allies recover a set amount of HP whenever they make an attack. And that's not all. After
Jesus.
unlocking a special trace, attacks against enemies in the field can restore ally HP.
Cool. It's like a force field of healing.
During exploration, when Lao Cha uses his technique Mercy of a Fool,
This guy's
the field
insane.
will be immediately generated at the start of the next battle.
Sheesh. Mr. La Cha,
Sheesh.
mysterious origins
Okay.
and
That is
extraordinary
actually pretty
gifts.
nuts. However, if an ally dies, he doesn't revive them twice, which is worth noting. And this is the character we should all be getting, right? I don't know which banner she's on. I hope she's on Silver Wolf. Maybe she's on both. Maybe they want everyone to guarantee get her because she's a 4-star.
Somebody else here we gotta get to. I'm talking about the elegant, sky-faring Hellmaster, Madame Yukong.
About time, too. Well, from commerce, cargo, passengers, all the way through to the air.
Having an imaginary character everyone will be able to get very easily is super nice.
Yukong is the head of that commission, so the above falls right under her remit.
Her outfit does not look
Nice.
comfortable,
Speaking
though.
of flight, it seems like star skiffs are the most emblematic means of transportation on the Xianzhou.
Yeah, they're a common sight in the Xianzhou skies. Yukong can fly them, right?
I'd say she's pretty handy with a star skiff.
Can't everyone find them?
When
Like,
she
they
was
grow
young, it
them.
was Yukong's flying skills that saw her promoted by the general. That's how she joined the Skyfaring Commission. She soon became an ace among the other pilots.
Huh? That's not the story I heard.
All right, you got me. Here's the director's cut. Yukong ran 6 red lights in a row. She was dragged straight in front of the general and...
I get the picture. Sometimes rebels get noticed.
You're only young once.
6 red lights, huh? Disclaimer, trailblazers, don't try that at home.
Yeah, got it. Okay, ha 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 ha.
Her rebellious streak
Mhm.
might be a thing of the past, but she's still as sharp as ever. Tom, give us the
Wonder how old she is.
Coming right up. Yukong is an imaginary type character following the path of harmony. Her skill Emboldening Salvo grants her 2 stacks of Roaring Bowstrings. When Roaring Bowstrings is active, the attack of all allies increases. Yukong loses 1 stack of Roaring Bowstrings with every allied turn.
In other words, Yukong's skill can increase allies' attack for 2 turns.
You got it.
Wonder by how
During
much.
Exploration, using Yukong's technique increases her movement speed for a set time. It also allows her to obtain 2 stacks of roaring bowstrings.
That's kind of
to start the
fun,
next battle.
you know?
Ooh, sounds like a good recipe for shaking off enemy pursuers.
Using Yukong's basic attack triggers her talent 7 layers, 1 arrow, which deals additional damage and increases the toughness reducing damage of the current attack. This effect can be triggered again after a set number of turns.
Ah.
She
When
seems
Yukong unleashes her ultimate,
okay.
Diving Kestrel, she deals imaginary damage to a single target. If Roaring Bowstrings is active, its effect is enhanced, increasing the crit rate and crit damage of all allies. Her days on the front lines may be over, but Yukong's skills didn't go anywhere. Maybe one day we'll get to see her take flight once again.
Ooh, here's hoping.
She seems like cool and strong. Not like those 5 stars though. Definitely toned down.
What else we've got coming up? In version 1.1, we'll be welcoming 2 brand new light cones to the warp. First up, Incessant Rain.
Bubblegum in the rain, huh? That's a mood.
The Silverwolf energy is strong in this one.
Of course.
Got that right. Someone don't want to tidy the room?
So true. She's like, I told you, Kafka. I'm gonna tidy it as soon as version 1.1 finishes downloading.
Sure.
The second light cone is
Oh, they're not gonna tell us what they do?
Echoes of the coffin. See, it looks like a snapshot of Lacha talking to the coffin?
Wow, looks like some kind of thorny vines are emerging from beneath the lid. So many questions.
Don't
I get a sense
worry
of
about it.
mystery and elegance, but
It is a cool.
also
I do like the
an
artwork for that light cone for sure.
Don't you think?
I don't think you
Well,
pull on
one
those
thing
though.
for sure. If people weren't curious about Lacha's coffin yet, they are now.
Just a man in his ornately decorated vine-producing coffin. Nothing to see here, folks.
Whatever you say, Craig. Check this out. During the first phase of version 1.1 in the character warp, Contract 0, Trailblazers can obtain the limited 5
Asta wasn't Asta just maybe she wasn't. So Serval, which is terrible. Dan is pretty good, and Asta is good, but I don't know if I need any. I feel like I already have so many copies of her.
Same phase in the light cone event warp. The drop rate of the 5-star light cone Incessant Rain will be boosted. Now during the second phase of version 1.1,
This is the one. I feel like, although having Kinky on here and having Petra is lame, but Yukong, we need Yukong. This is one I'll probably. That's how they get you.
5-star character Lacha and 4-star character Yukong. During the same phase, in the light cone event warp, the drop rate of the 5-star light cone Echoes of the Coffin will be boosted. I almost forgot to mention. When version 1.2 rolls around, Trailblazers can take part in an in-game event to obtain the 4-star character Yukong for free.
Okay, that's good.
Details for this event will be announced through official channels in the not-too-distant future.
Okay, so 1.2, if you don't get Yukong here, you'll get probably 1 copy.
Let's take a break for a minute here, but when we get back, we'll be talking version 1.1 events.
Thank you. Code number 2. We're almost done. I mean, only another 17 minutes, give or take. So what is it going to be? 400 Stellar Jade? I mean, 400 Stellar Jade just for a video is kind of nice, I suppose.
Events and gameplay updates. And a little bird told me there's an event connected to Silverwolf on the way.
I hope it's not. They're not talking about the trials. Who cares about
I heard
trials?
The same thing. At the start of the story, Kafka and Silverwolf invaded Herta space station. Kafka's mission was to awaken the Trailblazer. Silverwolf's mission was to help Kafka infiltrate the space station systems and locate the hidden Stellaron. But that wasn't enough for Silverwolf.
I can believe that. She's been on the IPC's wanted list for as long as I can
The
remember.
international
Mhm.
people
During the
can't
invasion,
list.
She left behind some kind of digital graffiti. Just her way of letting everyone know Silverwolf was here.
Way to rub it in their faces, Silverwolf.
Okay.
Still, artists need an outlet.
This all sounds like classic Silverwolf energy to me.
She left graffiti
Oh,
around.
I forgot to tell you guys the name of her homeworld. Punk Lord. Kind of fitting, don't you think?
You gotta be
Seriously?
kidding me.
No way.
Afraid so. I think she was destined for this kind of behavior.
Punk Lord, huh?
In the Star Hunt game event, the Trailblazers
The shadow cast by the Legion dissipates. The Herta space station embraces a welcomed renewal. Meanwhile, the hacker silently initiates her next game. A light cone.
receive an invite from the space station's network security engineer, Leonard. They have to help Leonard locate the digital graffiti hidden across the station and uncover the secrets inside.
I mean, this is
Wait, there are
super
secrets
basic,
hidden
but I mean,
inside
it's
the
stuff,
graffiti?
right?
But if it's all digital, oh, I bet you need to hack into it or something.
You might be right. We also get to meet a new Genius Society member. One of Madame Herta's collaborators, Screwlum.
I want
He'll
him
be
so
helping the
bad.
Trailblazers too.
Boy, haven't we seen Screwlum before somewhere?
I think we saw a hologram portrait of him in Herta's office. He's a robot, right?
A robot
Also, he's on
human
the light cone of the battle pass,
society
right?
member.
One of the,
Interesting.
like, for the
Bet
hunt or
he's got a few
something.
hacker skills up his sleeve. If he's helping us out too, I'm sure we'll be fine.
You know what I
There he
found
is,
out?
yep.
Silverwolf and Screwlum actually faced off against each other once. You can see a snapshot of their fight in the We Will Meet Again light cone.
Whoa. Okay, Screwlum, looking kind of handsome there. Geez, his portrait really doesn't do him justice.
You know,
I really want this character.
if you were the light cone,
I
you'd
love
be, you know,
dumb,
looking at
cool
it.
robot.
Handsome robot.
I guess this event will be the second time Screwlum's come up against Silverwolf's mischief then. Old enemies locking horns once again.
Okay, I mean, this is still probably gonna be like one day, right? You just go around, you get a bunch of graffiti.
Anyone else feel like it'd make for a good tattoo?
But if they're gonna add something to
I
each
feel like
planet, then
these
that's only
characters could
like
pull it
1/3
off.
of it, right?
I don't think that feature's coming to Star Rail anytime soon.
Oh, what?
But I did hear that the designs are collectible. The Trailblazer can apply them to in-game surfaces and take photos with the artwork. So cool.
Nice.
Okay.
Collecting the graffiti designs also allows you to unlock the limited 4-star light cone before the tutorial mission starts. Complete the event mission to obtain
I like the
Golden
name of that.
Styling, which can be exchanged in the event shop for limited light cone special superimposition material, as well as stellar jade.
Hey, that's
Okay.
another good-looking light cone. Not to change the subject or anything, but I gotta ask. Is that Albert merch I'm seeing over there?
It looks so fluffy. I want one.
Well, not to mention it.
I've never. Who the hell is Albert? I see him there, but like, has he been in the game ever?
If you guys had your own merch, they'd be sold out in no time. Or maybe let's just get back to version 1.1 for now. In the story thus far, Belobog has finally emerged from the Stellaron shadow. But there's a lot left to do. The city is going through changes. Any of you guys want to shed some light?
I heard a thing or two. Now that the underworld and overworld are reconnected, things are definitely heading in a better direction. One recent development, Belobog's History Museum is getting ready to reopen. its
Cool. I'm excited to go into that building.
I love museums. Aw, don't you wish you could take the exhibits home with you, though?
The only problem is exhibits are being stolen. Anything you'd like to tell us, Melissa?
Oh, wait a minute. I only just found out they had a museum. How could it have been me?
I didn't say it was you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I like that voice actor. I wish that.
Anyway, in the Everwinter
I hope
City
they
Museum
had or
of
do one of these for
the
Jing Yuan.
Trailblazer must help Pela track down clues and recover the lost exhibits.
Nice. Well, I love a good whodunit.
How long is it?
Great.
Well, that's not all.
Couple
The
weeks.
Trailblazer can take on managerial responsibilities and help run the place.
Huh. So what does that involve exactly?
I'm glad you asked. The Trailblazer can do things like collect exhibits and enlist other individuals to improve the overall experience for visitors.
Oh
After
my
achieving
God.
Specific operational goals, they can accumulate funds to expand the museum's exhibits and gradually unlock limited time rewards.
I
Stellar Jade,
love
Lost
dumbass
Treasures, and
mini games like
self-modeling
this.
resin.
Sounds like fun. I'm sure it'll be a
That sounds so fun. And you know what?
When the limited time event is over,
In a
the
video game,
museum
that's what
will
matters
remain
most.
as a mode within the game. Trailblazers can return to the museum at any time to check out the collection and catch up with colleagues.
Of course, if you encounter any issues during the running of the museum, please don't hesitate to get in touch with the IPC. Wait, we can have the service. Gotta get ahead of myself.
Deep breath, Albert. Not everything is an IPC sales pitch.
Thanks, Don. This is what happens if you read commercials for a living.
No worries. Kinda did sound like a useful service. Maybe the IPC should look into it.
I don't know what the IPC is. I feel like there's a joke here.
Sure,
And
our trailblazers
continue,
are more
please.
interested in the content of the new version. Let's get back on track.
All right. A researcher from the space station found a combat simulation program of unknown origin called Stellar Flare.
Oh, hell yeah.
It contains a series of new challenge stages.
Huh? More
628.
challenges?
Every stage in Stellar Flare has a challenge theme and corresponding special mechanism. Trailblazers will have to think outside the box and use any advantages offered by the mechanisms to
This sounds identical to the memories, the Forgotten Memories. It's even the same background and same types of characters.
complete the stage in as few turns as possible.
Sounds like the Forgotten Hall to me.
The difference with
Oh,
Stellar Flare
yeah.
is that the special mechanisms might require completely new ways of thinking about combat. For example, in some stages, using your skill doesn't consume skill points. In others, damage dealt when breaking an enemy's toughness is increased, but the enemy's toughness will be immediately restored.
Cool. I mean,
Sounds pretty cool.
why are they showing me Sampo? I
I'm
just
sure
can't get
Sampo
Sampo, man.
will take care of it in one turn.
What if I haven't leveled up enough characters? Is it impossible for me to complete the challenge?
Don't worry. To assist Trailblazers in completing the challenge, every Stellar Flare stage has a trial character suited to the theme.
You
Just-
don't say.
That's the same as the combat one.
The Garden of Plenty event.
Hey, I'll be able to try
The
Sampo.
cosmos has entered a turbulent cycle, and the calyxes are unusually active. The reality data contained within them has grown exponentially.
So this goes from July to my birthday. So they're actually this is this is already out in July. Like, I mean, unless these dates are not accurate, but they're already giving us like information about like a month and a half from now.
Which means
It means that over a fixed time period, Trailblazers have a set number of daily attempts to obtain double the rewards from calyxes.
That's cool.
Leveling up, here we come. The next event we're going to talk about is called Lab Assistance in Position. Wen Sherling is a Department of Implement Arts researcher on Herta Space Station, and she's currently preparing research topics needed for the next quarter. However, the
Like, I look at a lot of this stuff. Maybe this is a recipe, but I'm like, kind of like, who cares? I don't know what this is. It's probably for a consumable. This is like super easy to get. This is probably, who cares? This is what you want, right? Like, out of this is the good stuff.
Matter Legion's invasion has messed up her progress.
But I mean, it could be
As a
literally
result,
one.
Wen Sherling has asked the Trailblazer to help her collect monster materials for use in her research topic. If the
Cool.
Trailblazer collects and submits the experimental materials required on a given day, they can receive corresponding rewards.
If it's an extra 70 a day,
she's a gamer. In fact,
that'd be really good.
tutorial mission starts.
Has entered a time period
The Xianzhou.
blindfold in the opening. They can receive corresponding rewards.
I got a question, Dawn.
Fire away.
These are Space Station and Bellabog events, right? Aren't there any events or missions on the Xianzhou Luofu?
You beat
What
me
about the
to it.
main
That's
story?
exactly what I was about to bring up. In version 1.1, 3 new companion missions are destined for the Xianzhou Luofu. These missions will involve Bailu, Yanqing, and Luocha.
Companion. This show's 4. Punk Lord, a Night Stranger, no, Frosty Blades Trail, a Night's Stranger, and Morning Dew. Okay.
As for the specifics, I'm gonna keep that a secret for now. We
Cool,
can go
cool,
spoiling
cool.
all the fun, can we?
What? Not even one detail?
Come on, Don. Can you give us a little something? We're on the edge of our seats here.
Yeah, come on, Don.
All right, all right. Do you guys remember the girl with the blindfold in the opening trailer?
No.
Now, young man, allow me to give you a dignified end.
Oh yeah.
Wondering who she was.
The trailer of this
All I'll
video.
say is that she and the Xianzhou have a complicated past. And her appearance on the Xianzhou leads to a dramatic encounter with Cloud Knight Lieutenant Yin Qing. And that's all you're getting.
Do you need that companion?
Surprises are worth waiting for.
I hate waiting.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm afraid that's all you're getting. However, I do have a little info on some other updates.
Other.
Interested?
Sure, I guess.
Well, if nobody's that interested, then I suppose I'll just...
Of course we're interested.
What are you, crazy?
Albert, you're interested, right? That's better, good boy.
The I kind of liked the layout and structure of this when I started. I kind of it's definitely worn on me. I really think I might skip the video next time and instead just go straight to like the oh, here's the overview. Gift of Odyssey though.
Also be arriving in version 1.1.
1.1 and that's 7/18. So July 18th. So 1.2 isn't coming for
The
a
length
while.
of this version, as long as Trailblazers log in for 7 days, they can acquire
3,
10
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Star Rail special
Okay.
10 free warps? Nice.
That's one free multi.
Version 1.1 will also see some system updates. When Trailblazers need to obtain leveling materials that only a certain type of enemy can produce, they can instantly teleport to an area where the enemy is present, as well as pinpoint the precise location of the enemy on the map with a
Okay,
marker.
so some simple
Sounds
quality
like
of
a
life
real
stuff.
Time saver.
Wait until you hear this. Once the enemy in question is defeated, the marker will automatically move to the location of the next enemy. After all marked enemies on a map have been defeated, Trailblazers can continue to pinpoint enemies on other maps. This process can be repeated until all daily respawned enemies of a certain type have been defeated.
I didn't even know that there was
I barely found my way
daily.
to the studio today.
There's also a small combat surprise in store. During combat, trotters that have lost their way may randomly enter battle. As long as the trotter is defeated before it manages to flee, additional leveling materials can be obtained.
Oh, that's kind of
Enemy
cool.
Geolocation and additional material opportunities. Devs, I owe you one.
Last but not least, in order to help Trailblazers stay in touch, version 1.1 also has a friend chat function.
Cool.
So you mean, aside from helping friends through support assist,
I kind of
also
am hoping they
send
keep
messages
expanding
too?
the social aspects of the game. Maybe add guilds,
Doesn't
things
matter
like
if
that.
they're old companions or new acquaintances.
That's the spirit of trailblazing right there.
Oh, hey, Albert, what's your account? Let me add you.
What?
I need to add you. You can be my personal IPC customer service. What do you think?
Say Lou. Hey, don't get any ideas because I nearly made up a service that doesn't exist.
So you don't want to add me? Guess I'll just have to hack you.
Wait a minute. We can negotiate.
Yeah, I'm gonna need those account details too.
Count me in. Sorry to jump on the bandwagon here, Albert, but you're a celebrity anchor for the IPC. Everyone wants to be your friend.
Fine, but I'm switching my account the next chance I get. Time for the day.
Albert doesn't seem very likable. He seems like a jerk. All right, third code, cool. These I kind of showed them in the beginning of the video anyway, so we're not too concerned about it. Let's don't want to miss that. I want that. There is the don't forget after every week buy all your shit that you can, you know, silver tickets. After you get 300, you get a free 5-star of your choice.
When you're having fun. Looks like our special program has come to an end.
Oh, darn.
But as the first guest on the program, you guys got any thoughts, reflections, complaints?
Oh, it's been an honor to be on the show, Albert. I gotta say, we covered a lot of ground. Now I'm even more excited for the updates. Fingers crossed I get silver.
So no main story progression, I don't think. Just a lot of events, it seems like.
I feel like I've got more questions than I came in with. What new directions will Lotcha take the story in? Who's stealing exhibits from the museum? And what about those companion missions? Guess we'll have to find out the answers in game.
Yeah.
For real. As for me, well, I'm pleasantly surprised. I'd seen a lot of Yukong up to now, but this was the first time I got to understand her moves and role on the battlefield. She's so cool. I kinda wanna be her. Then again, I guess I kinda am her.
We'll take that for a second, huh? Well, that's it for the Honkai Star Rail version 1.1 special program. I want to thank all you Trailblazers today for tuning in, and hey, we'll see you on the flip side.
See you in the game.
Bye. See you when I see ya.
everyone.
Later, guys.
All right. So what do I think overall? I don't know. Let's take a look here. Galactic roaming. We could get a highlight. So Silver Wolf is coming to the game. Lucia. Let's mute that. It's going to be really loud. And Yukong. Yukong is coming on his banner, but she will be for free in an event in 1.2. However, that's going to be August, it sounds like. Maybe late July, early August for 1.2. So if you're going to want her at all soon, you're going to want to get pull on this banner. Just pull till you get like one copy of her. Probably. I'm trying to decide how I want to do the pulls. I think he seems really, really good. The fact that he's like a more offensive based healer is really cool. The fact that he could heal for free without using skill points is cool. He has his awesome field. The only issue, I guess it's not an issue, but it's like I have an imaginary guy, but I don't know. I haven't been super impressed with Bailu a lot of the time. I mean, Bailu heals like insane. I bet she's a better healer than him. He does have the ability to remove debuffs, though. Yeah, I mean, he's going to be pretty insane. Lycones, who cares? Does Yukong not get a special Lycone? Oh, we can actually see what these do here. Increase the wearer's effect hit rate by 24%. When it deals damage to an enemy with 3 or more debuffs, increase crit rate by 12%. After the wearer uses their basic attack skill or ultimate, there's a 100% base chance to implant Aether Code on a random target that does not have it yet. Targets with Aether Code receive 12% increased damage for return. So it's obviously insane. Just a lot of stuff going on there. Increase wearer's attack by 24%. That's a really weird harm or abundance. That's like super weird initial abundance, but obviously he's a more offensive, like hybrid abundance character, which in my mind, it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's also like your healer should be, you typically want your healers to be healers and your damage dealers to be damage dealers. If you have your healer being a damage dealer, then they're doing both jobs worse than your dedicated, usually. But there is added flexibility, which has value. After where he uses ultimate, all allies gain 12 speed for 1 turn. Additionally, for each different enemy, the wearer attacks regenerate 3 energy. Each attack can regenerate energy in this way up to 3 times. I don't really like this one that much. I know it's good. Like 24% attack is a lot, but just assume it's at level 1, right? No one's getting level 5 like, on average. You're lucky to get 1. So like if you're going to pull for this, you're thinking of pulling for 1 copy in my mind, basically. That's what I would say. 12 speed is cool, but it's not that much. The attack percent is like, how good is that even on him? Like, I don't know if I could even, I don't think I can see his skills. So, and then if you're fighting like a boss thing, like 9 energy, like, yeah, it's cool, but I don't know. Increase the wearer's effect hit rate by 20%. So 4% less. When the wearer attacks enemies that have reduced defense, regenerate 4 energy. I mean, that's pretty good. It's obviously like, this is a great backup light cone. Like, this is better, but this is like obviously really good on her, on Silver Wolf. Also, like, it only works on, would this work on I'm trying to remember, I don't remember off the top of my head. Welt. Effect hit rate 20%, and then he also can lower defense. I don't remember if him lowering defense is part of the light cone he has on right now, though. It might be. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm sure there's a couple good characters with that on, but it seems like a backup Silver Wolf. Environment visuals. Yep, we got some cool history stuff. We'll worry about that later. Events. This is a big one. One free multi. 1 multi. I mean, 1 multi is still good. I mean, in a sense, this is all free multis too, right? When you get event rewards. It's hard to say how good these are yet when we don't know what the Stellaron rewards exactly are going to be. Like these pretty much all. Oh, I don't even know if they mentioned this. The planar fissure will be doubled when obtaining simulated universe. Okay. Can I don't think I could scroll. There we go. So that's coming up at the end of next month. You'll be able to get double there. The stellar flare combat program of unknown origin. Simulated battleground. Okay, so this is the remembrance double things here. So okay. This is just like spend your energy this way, spend your energy this way. This is a This is like going and hunting down monsters. This actually looks pretty fun. It also is, I think this is how you make a 5-star relics. So it might be a free or a couple 5-star relics. Stellar Jade. I mean, it seems like we're going to get a good amount of Stellar Jade. I don't know exactly where all these are, but it doesn't seem like they're adding main story at all, right? None of this implies main story. I'm pretty sure that would be, there wouldn't be a question of if they're adding main story. Companion missions, adding a couple of those. Friend chat, enemy navigation, Lost Trotter. Lost Trotter is pretty cool. So overall, I'm both very positive and a little negative. I think there's actually a decent amount of content to keep the game interesting and fun to play. However, it really depends what's the time frame here. If this is supposed to last all of June and most of July, like this is like, to me, this feels like about a month, a really good, fun month of content. If this is going to last 2 months, it's going to be a pretty light 2 months, I think. But still, you know, if it only lasted a month, then this would be too frequent for banners, I think. 2 weeks, I think, is probably a little, 2 banners a month is probably a little too much for this. But overall, like, I'm positive. We'll wait till we see it in game. Hopefully these events are a little meaty, and hopefully they're like time consuming too, which sounds lame, but like I hope they're like involved and longer with good rewards, and they're actually substantial, and that you could do them over a longer period of time, like over the course of a week or two, to get it all done 100%. If you're playing, you know, a couple times a week, maybe if you play 3 times a week, you can get it done in 2 weeks. You know, you play every day, you can get it done in a week, kind of thing. I think that would, like, I just want something like that. I don't want to log on doing a thing for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and then it's done. And now, like, all right, so now after 8 hours, I've done all the events, and I'm waiting for another 2 months for content. But we'll see more in the future. Let me know what you guys are excited about. Let me know what you're not excited about. Long ass video, but that's how we do things here sometimes. For Platypus is Purplatypus. See y'all on the flip flop. Peace out.